Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. So I've had these little blushes and a bronzing stick maybe for like a month now, and I'm finally able to get to everything because I cleaned up all my makeup. I'm legit gonna talk about this makeup declutter for the next month because I'm just so proud and happy about it. You guys know Essence is a very affordable makeup brand. I want to try them out and show you how they look because I love high-end and drugstore on this channel, you know? But I do want to show you what I started off with. I started off with priming the skin with the MAC Studio Fix Matte Primer. I really like this primer. It's matte yet hydrating. I added it all over the skin, blended it out with my hands. Let that dry down for a minute or two. It dries down really quick. Then I went in with the Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Foundation. I'm in the shade 8. Added this with my hands and then blended it out with a brush. So we have a nice seamless look. I let that dry down. Foundation's pretty dried down. Before we get started, let me give you quick info about these. The new Essence Baby Got Bronze Bronzing Stick retails for $4.99. It comes in 3 shades. I have the shade Mocha Me Crazy. This is a just got back from the beach summery glow bronzing stick. It is soft, creamy, buildable, easy to apply and blend. Gives the skin a dewy, radiant glow. It comes in 3 shades. The Essence Got Blush comes in 3 shades. I have the shade Peaches and Cream and the shade Rosé All Day. This is a perfect touch of color in an instant. It has a creamy formula, applies and blends easily for the boost of color. Gives the cheek a fresh and radiant look. This is how the bronzer stick looks. How big is this? 0.19 ounces. It's fairly small. Let's see. Oh, it's tiny. I'm not a big stick person. I always like to just use more creams. Let's swatch. Oh, it's very creamy. Oh wow, it does have like a fruity smell. It smells like I don't know what it is. It's something, my childhood. It reminds me of my childhood. I typically don't like to do this like this, but it's okay. We'll do it because the foundation is nice and dry. The reason I don't like going right on top is because the foundation could move around, but this is pretty dry. We're gonna add a little there. It's a nice shade. Look at this. It's warm, applying a little cool on the skin, right? Is that here? Oh, okay. Right here, right there. I like that it's creamy. It's not too... Sometimes sticks could be a little bit stiff, and I like to just add this much. We're gonna go in with the blush. I have 2. This is the shade Peaches and Cream. Peaches and Cream's kind of light. These little things are quite pigmented considering how tiny they are. This is Rosé All Day. Rosé All Day is a little deeper, and Peaches and Cream is lighter. Kind of liking Rosé All Day. We're gonna use both. We're gonna really add it there. Oh yeah, you see that? Add it here. Well, this is way too light. You can't even see it. Like, this is why I don't like putting it directly on my face, because you see how you see some foundation, it sometimes pulls your foundation off. Let's add a little bit of a spray just to give the skin a little bit of moisture. These are not drying. Sometimes they can be. I'm gonna use this brush right here, the Sephora Collection 47, and let's start to blend. Let's see how nice it blends, and does it patch up. So I'm just literally tapping, and I concentrated up here. I keep it right above my ear so we can have more of a lifted look. Bronzer typically does. It's just going to warm up the skin, right? I added a little bit of the rosé shade here because you could not see the other one at all. It is really blending nicely. Just look creamy. Let's move this here. And I'm doing just tapping motions. You can rub, especially when it comes to creams, because creams tend to be a little bit thicker in texture as opposed to a liquid that is most likely can thin out a lot faster than like a cream. You see that? All right, I like this. It is shearing out. It's really natural. I dig that. Because I don't really like my creams to be too intense because I always follow up with a powder. And I'm going to just blend out the blush kind of like this. It is patching up a little bit. Hold on. What I'm going to do is this. This is what I typically do is I'll get the product on the brush, blend it out on my hand. Another thing, when it comes to creams, the way they patch up is if you're going too heavy-handed. I've done that in the past. I mean, I do that a lot because I'm just like a heavy-handed gal. If you just go gently, it will gently blend out. Yeah. Okay. Add some concealer to clean this up. I always like to add concealer. Well, I'm adding corrector right now after, so if this gets out of control, we can always clean it, because it kind of is. I'm gonna have to clean that a little bit right there, you know. I blend this out really quick. I've been using the same products for the last 3 days. This NARS concealer, and this is where we can clean up some things. So the nose, you can clean it up like this. Got a little bit right there. Clean it up here if your bronzer went a little too far down and it starts to look like a little helmet. And then here, you can also do this with your foundation brush. The brush I used today, but we're already here, so I'm gonna add just a little bit right there so that this line doesn't end up too sharp. I always like to blend it with my sponge. It'll give it more of a seamless look. And then it's like, wait, it's a little too light. I'm gonna go with my foundation brush. You see how it's kind of like messing up right here? You can just grab your bronzer, just kind of tap over it. And then again here, and I'm blending this out first so it doesn't dry down too much and give us that sharp line. See, you see? And then we're gonna follow up with everything else. When it comes to the nose, you see how we have that line? Getting a brush will give you precision more than a sponge will, because a sponge can easily spread product out. So we're gonna stay here and just blend it out. After that's blended out, you can grab your sponge and then start blending my under eyes. And this way, if your blush went down too far, we'll clean it up as well. So I always like to go in with the bronzer blush first. And then if we're like, wait, some of it kind of disappeared, we can always go back. Makeup is always a back and forth. Unless you have your makeup routine down packed, you don't have to really go back and forth. But for the most part, when you're dealing with creams and want things blended, it's always gonna be most likely a back and forth. So I'm just getting the blush, and you see how it kind of disappeared. So we're just going to add it back. And then here, I get my brush that has the foundation and just start cleaning this up here. In case like things just are not looking seamless, you can always do this. And I always keep my foundation brush right here in case I have to use it. And this way, we're looking good, we're looking good. We're looking kind of snatched, you see? It's like this. Okay, so what I've been doing lately, literally lately, as in, I don't know, since Friday. What's today? What day is it today? Wednesday? Since last Friday, so almost a week. Getting my powder puff, either this one or the Amazon. Getting my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. Grabbing the powder, right? Going like this real quick. But making sure we have a good amount. I always start the day off with a clean powder puff. That's just personal preference. And I do find that the powders apply so much better. This is how we're going to be looking pretty much all day. That's when you go in with powders, because powders is going to set everything down. I'm going to get my powder puff with the Charlotte Tilbury powder and start pressing that powder in, right? Looking up, looking straight ahead, making sure I'm getting all those creases. We're going to get our setting powder. Get any powder you want. I haven't used the one size in a while. I find that the one size powder doesn't set the under eyes as well as I personally like it, but it sets the skin beautifully. Now we're going to set the remaining, and I'm just going to go around. I haven't touched any of the bronzer. Actually, talking about bronzer, let me bronze my forehead a little more before we go in setting that down. Okay. You know what? Let's get some bronzer and add it here. I wanted to do this, but I forgot. You can also go in and set that too, just lightly, because we can also go in with some powder bronzer. And now looking at our under eyes, we can go back to our under eyes. Now that we have that Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, we can bake a little bit the under eyes with your loose setting powder. Let me turn off the lights so you can see. The cream products are very pigmented, and the way I know that is because you can really see it even after setting the skin. You see that? You can leave it like this, or you can go with powder, bronzer, and blush. It really depends on how much time you have, what you feel like doing, if you do this, if you don't. I typically always go in with powders because I do have oily skin and I wear my makeup for 12 plus hours typically. I need everything to be put and stay put, you know? This L'Oreal bronzer, I really like this one. This is the shade medium. You're gonna get a little bit. And as the bake is still there, I usually call this double setting. You're double setting your bronzer. We set it first with the setting powder. Now we're setting it with a bit of a bronzer. Oh my God, look. Oh no! Okay, how are we gonna fix it? We're gonna go back in with this. Dang, we're gonna Okay, keep that there. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, we're gonna just set, tap, right? You see, this is what I'm telling you, being gentle is the key. Also though, this is a cream product. These sticks are creamy, so you're always gonna have more of a hydrated, creamy feel and look. Some creams dry down, some don't. It doesn't look like this one really dries down. The only way it will dry down is if you set it down. You guys, I'm obsessed with these Armani blushes. I'm just like, so good. And then here, and then there. Make sure we don't have any patches. Back with the L'Oreal bronzer to just add a little more color to the lid that already has some of the bronzer. Now with my sponge, let's get rid of any of the bake we have left. It's a little, I don't know, not blended as much as I would like it to be. What you think? What you think? How do you think it looks? Do I look snatched? Yes. Like really snatched? Pretty much. I do think so. Let's see how it lasts though, because it's so creamy. I don't know if I'm gonna be ending up with patches at the end of the day, because you know, throughout the day you touch your face, you do all kinds of stuff. So it's $8.50. You guys know I'm gonna do at least a 10-hour wear test. It looks, I don't know, I'm okay about it, but let's finish up. Maybe things change. Let me show you the swatches and let me show you how creamy this is. Oh, this is like a balm. And you see how it blends out? It can easily patch. This is not like a creamy stick that just dries down. Most sticks don't really dry down, but they have some sort of dry time. It wouldn't be this balmy. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is very balmy. All right, I see. You guys saw I had it on for a while, and yeah, the formula is balmy. That's why it could easily patch. No lie, fam, I look snatched. Huh? I'm like, okay, I wasn't really feeling it, but I kind of am now, and it's because everything's done. I have a good lip on. Guys, this is my lip combo. This Tower 28 in Draw Me. I think that's the shade. I hope that's the shade. And then this Revlon cream lipstick in Bare It All. Tower 28 mascara, you know, just sometimes you just need the completed look, because I was like, thought it was looking too intense. It doesn't. I just look snatched. That's what I was looking at before I comb my hair, you know? But look, let's see. No patches here, no patches, looks good. This is better. The only thing is that the formula is definitely balmy. I personally don't like balmy textured anything just because it's a very delicate formula. You know, I'm rough. I'm kind of like, and things become patchy. So if you like something that's a little more delicate, give a little TLC. I really like these for you. I just spit, girl. Hold on. Let me. These will work. They're definitely pigmented and blendable, which is what I love so much. Let's see how it wears, because we're not trying to look gastadas with the big old patch midday through. Let's go in front of the window. The sun is out, but it's been gloomy. So let me hurry up and go over there. And then, yeah. Bye. Okay, let's see how snatched we look. Oh no, we don't look that snatched in daylight. It looks, oh wow, it looks so nice and smooth. Seamless. Okay, where is this patch over here? I don't know, but it looks good. Look at my forehead. Let me go, I'm gonna go fix that. Wait. Okay, looks good, right? Okay, ciao. Hey fam, I'm back. So I wanted to do the final check-in here in daylight. I have my retainer on, by the way. So let me just show you. Oh my god, the retainer's thick, but let me show you. The skin looks good. The bronzer and blush look good, right? A little glowy, but we know because it's a balmy texture. For $5, I think they're good. They did what they're supposed to do. They got the job done. They're pigmented, great. These kind of remind me of this Mario Balm. Honestly, the Mario Balm is a lot better. It's just a better texture, and it's made like a balm should be made. These right here are kind of like a cheaper version. Granted, it's $5. Essence is a good brand considering the price point, right? As you can see, it stays all day. It has longevity. It blends well, good. Do I recommend this? Not really. I think it's just kind of cheap. Definitely, I feel like snatched. I felt snatched all day. I feel like I'm having a great makeup day. In order to get to this point, we have to do a lot of like back and forth, which, like I said, makeup is a back and forth thing. That slipping and sliding happened. I was just kind of like, nah, you know what I mean? Oh, the sun's coming maybe not. Hold on. Other than that, would I buy them again? No. But do they work? Yeah, they definitely work. And I like Essence as a brand. Like, they make good makeup. This is just not my favorite product, you know? But let me know, have you tried these bombs, the blush and this one? If so, what do you think about it? And I definitely don't look gastada. This hair is like, ooh. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there or right there. I never know which one when I'm on my phone, but you know. Okay, ciao.